Oh, good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. Today, my focus is on mathematical literacy, guys. I will be solving the problem of tariff system. So I've got a little bit of a question that I will be going through to make you understand how the tariff system works, right? Again, guys, before I go into my method of solving this, remember, guys, I'm going to do it different on how other people are doing it. So never judge the person that does in his or her own method. Go with their method, understand it the way they teach it. I teach it differently, so you will see if my method fit you, right? So any method is correct, guys, as long as you understand the method that they are teaching you. So let me teach you my method and see if you can survive in my method, guys. But I'm going to make it very simple for you. All right. You see, the tariff system question, it comes in one way, more especially when you talk about water and electricity. Right, I'm only going to go through water because even if I talk about electricity, the approach is still the same. So between water and electricity, you just have to know one. But when you answer the questions, you're going to answer them in the same way. Whether they ask you about water or electricity, the approach is one. Right? Now, here is a question. Actually, I only have two questions here, right? So, guys, look at how I'm going to answer these questions. You see, it doesn't matter about these questions. Let me do that. I don't care about these questions. I hate questions. Why? I must first understand this. What is this box for? What is shown in this box, guys? That is what is important. Before you even go to attempt those questions, understand this. Once you understand this tariff block table, you're good to go. Trust me, you are good to go. You can answer these questions. Like, you'll understand them because you understand this table, right? So first thing, I'm going to take you through how to understand this table. What is the meaning of this table? Why did they give you this inclining table block, right? Okay, first, before I'm going to write, guys, the system that is being used here, it is the inclining tariff block, right? Right. It simply means that they are not charging you on a flat rate. A flat rate, guys, it simply means that you only pay the same amount. It doesn't matter how many units of water you use, right? You only pay the same amount. That is the flat rate. But this one, they charge you according to how you use water. So now look at this. They are telling you that if you use between 0 and 9, they are going to charge you 9.50 per liter. But if you continue to use for the next kiloliters that are coming after, from 0 to 9, they are going to charge you this amount. Are we clear? So this is how it works. If you check, the more you use, the more you're going to pay, right? So look at the meaning of this table. Let me use a black pen. I wanna throw something that is going to help us, ne? Right, I'm going to write here block. Today, what? Still the same thing. Okay. Let me put my tablet like this, because this is how I write. Okay, I'm going to write block here. Then I'm gonna draw a ish. Going to draw a line sharp, and then the next thing that I'm going to do here, I'm going to write I'm just going to write kiloliters the way you must use them, and draw another line going down, and then I'm going to write, okay, I want to change it now. I want to write max kiloliter per block. Right, and then the last one, is going to be price per kiloliter, and this will be the last one, right? Okay, then let me go get the red one. Right. Block number 1. Let's go look at block number 1. What does block number 1 says, right? So when you look at this question paper here, it says 0 kiloliter to 9 kiloliters. Okay. What does this say? It says from 0 kiloliter to 9 kiloliter. Right. This block simply means that they are going to charge you a certain price for the kiloliters that you have used from 0 up until 9. So my question is, are you going to count 0 kiloliters? You're not going to count them. You cannot count 0 as if, because you're not going to consume them. If you consume 0 kiloliter, that means you didn't consume anything. So we're going to start counting from 1. Right. So guys, here you can use 2 things. But here we're going to use 1 thing. Yeah? I'm going to tell you when we go to the next block. Alright, here guys, you're going to start counting from 1 kiloliters up until 9 kiloliters. Right? So you're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here guys, you can use your fingers. Are we clear guys? You can use your fingers. Right? So we get that this block, it has a maximum kiloliters of 9 kiloliters. So how much are you going to pay for block number 1? You go back to check. It says we're going to pay 9 rand 50 cent, right? So that means the price per kiloliter here is 9 rand 50 cent. And there we have it. Are we clear? Remember, what are we doing? We are analyzing the table, right? Then let's go to block number 2. I'm gonna try to analyze this block. Right, block number 2. Block number 2, it says from from 9 to 25. Guys, careful, ne? Look at this. The second block says from 9 to 25. I just checked that. Yeah, 9 to 25. Right? So here guys, you are not going to count from 9. Where's my pen? You are not going to count 9 because 9 already it is counted from block number 1. So here what are you going to do guys? You are going to count from 10. Okay guys, you are going to count from 10 with your fingers. Okay, you're going to use your fingers to count from 10 up until to 25. So it will tell you the maximum kiloliters for block number 2. So what are you going to do? You're going to say 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that means we are having 16 kiloliters. That means the maximum kiloliters for block number 2, they are 16 kiloliters. Right. I want to show you something now. That I said there are 2 things that you're gonna use here. Right. If you want to use a calculator, né? Remember I said we count from 10 in block number 2 with your fingers, right? So if you want to use your calculator, you are now no longer your calculator is not going to count one number. always, in the tariff system, your calculator will not count one number. If I say 25 minus 10, I'm not going to get 16. It is always the case that your calculator doesn't count one number. So what you do, if you use your calculator, you must always add 1 if you use your calculator, right? So if now I use my calculator and say 25 minus 10, I will get 15. I get 15, then I will say 15 plus, I will say 15 plus 1. I will say 15 plus 1 because my calculator didn't count one number, right? But look at this one. It says from 9, but if I say 25 minus 9, I will definitely get 16. The reason why I don't want to tell you about 25 minus 9 is 1. This block, it does not start from 9. It starts from 10. Why? 9 is already counted in block number 1. So you cannot count 9 in the second block. So when you count from block number 2, you start from 10. Are we clear, guys? Right, I used to tell my student that you look at this number. You see this number is 9 here. The second block, it must start at the next number after 9. So the first number after 9 is 10. So that means this block starts from 10. So look at this number, it's 25. Definitely the third block, it must start at 26, not 25. Let me clear. So here I'm only following this question, because this question says from 9 to 25 kiloliters. Are we clear? So the maximum here, you're not going to count to say 9 up to 25. We say 10 up to 25 because these kiloliters in block number 2, they start from 10. All right. Right, now let's go to block number 3. Oh, the price per kiloliters is 11.22. 11.22, right? Then block number 3, what does it say? Definitely, without looking there, if you're using my method, you're going to say from 25. From 26, because now we're going to count from 26, right? So let's write according to the question. The question says from 25, right, to 30. From 25 to 30. Now you count. Are you still going to count 25? No. The answer is no. We are not going to count 25. But what must we count from? We must count from 26. Why do we count from 26? Is because 25 is already counted in block number 2, right? So when we come to block number 3, it's going to be 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. So that means the maximum kiloliters for this block, they are 5 kiloliters, right? At which price? The price is $14.95. $14.95, right? That is all about block number 3, right? So again here, if you want to get it like the way I teach it, I'm telling you another method. That means now, so now you can say from 26 to 30, you count only 26 up until 20. Remember here, our question here, this is how our question is structured. Our questions, we look at this block, that this is the one that gives us a light of what we must do, right? And again, look at this one. We said we count from 26. If you take your calculator and say 30 minus 26, you're not going to get 5. Why? Your calculator missed one number. Then what must you do? You must always add 1. You must always add 1 if you use your calculator, right? Let's quickly go to number what is this do? What is it doing now? Let's go to block number 4. Right, block number 4, what does it say? It says from 30 to 45. From 30 to 45. Right, guys, I trust my method of counting with my fingers. I know it works best. I never get it wrong with my hands, right? So look at block number 4. It says from date. My question is, are we still going to count 30 again? The answer is no. Why? 30, it is counted in block number 3, so we cannot count it again in block number 4, right? So here, where do we start? We start at 31, right? So it's going to be 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So how many maximum kiloliters can be captured in block number 4? Only 15 kiloliters. Right. At what price per kiloliter? At 23 rand 5 cent. 23,05. Right. I will show you something here. Something is about to come here. Look at block number 5. Let's go to block number 5. Oh, okay. Before we go to block number 5, again, when I used my fingers, I started at 31 up until 45. So if you use your calculator and say 45 minus 31, it's going to give you 14. So what do? You're gonna come here. You're gonna come here and then add 1. You're gonna add 1, right? Good. So let's go to block number 5. Block number 5, it says more than 45 kiloliters. It does now. It no longer tell us that from 45 to what. Do you understand? But it just say more than 45. More than 45 kiloliters. What is the unit price? Is 25 rand 36 cent. 25 rand 36 cent. 25 rand 36 cent. You see, guys, if you realize I jumped something here, there is something that I jumped that I didn't write anything on it. I didn't write the maximum kiloliters on the last block. I didn't write anything in this block, guys. Reason 1. We are no longer being told, right? This block is counting from these units to these units, right? So this block, it takes the remaining kiloliters after 45 kiloliters have been distributed between block 1 and block 4. I repeat, this block 5, it is going to take all the remaining kiloliters after 45 kiloliters have been distributed between block 1 and block 4. Are we clear? So I want you to check something. If you add the maximum kiloliters from block 1 up until block number 4, you must definitely get 45 kiloliters. Are we clear? Right, let's prove that. Is the first block can take a maximum of 9, second block is 16, third block is 5, fourth block is 15, and there we are. There we have it, 45 kiloliters, right? So let me give an example. If he is Peter uses 50 kiloliters of water. Do you know how they are going to charge Peter? Out of this 50 kiloliters, we're going to take 45 kiloliters, right? We're going to take 45 kiloliters, and this 45 kiloliters, it is going to be distributed between block 1 and block 4. It is compulsory to do that. Then how many kiloliters will be left? we will be left with 5 kiloliters. Where will these 5 kiloliters go? They will all be charged at 25 rand 36 cent. I think that makes sense. Here is someone who uses 100 kiloliters. 100 kiloliters. What are we going to do? Out of this 100 kiloliters, only 45 kiloliters. Only 45 kiloliters. Remember, block 1 up until block 4, they can only accommodate a maximum of 45 kiloliters, right? So we're gonna be left with 55 kiloliters. How are we going to charge this? How are they going to charge this 55 kiloliters? Will they go back to block 1 and come back to block 4? The answer is no. This 55, it will come to block number 5. All of them. Now this 55, they are not going to be distributed. They are only going to be charged at each of these 55. They are going to be charged at 25 rand 36 cent. Then what happens to this 45? This 45 come to block 1. 9 of 45 is going to block 1. 16 of this 45 is going to block number 2. Then 5 of this 45 is going to block number 3. 15 of this 45 is going to block number 4. Then the remaining kiloliters are going to be 55 kiloliters. Then what will happen to them? They will all come to block number 5. More than. If someone have used more than 45, we're going to take 45 out and distribute it between block 1, block 2, block 3, and block 4. Then the remaining kiloliters, it doesn't matter if the remaining is 1 million or 1 trillion, they all go to block number 5. They are all going to be charged at 25 rand 36 cent per kiloliter. I hope that makes sense. But let's talk about someone who uses 15 kiloliters. Where can I write this one? Okay, 15. What is going to happen with this person? 15 kiloliters. These 15 kiloliters, are they more than 45? No, we can see that 15 is less than 45, right? So what will happen? That means this 15, it will be somewhere between block 1 and block 5. That means block 1 until block 4. That means block 5 is not going to be touched. We are not sure if block 3 is also going to be touched or block 4 is going to be touched, but this is going to be within block 1, between block 1 and block 5. We don't know even if block 4 and block 3, if they are going to be touched. I will say that means it's going to, this 15 is going to be distributed between those blocks. I will say. So let's answer the real question now with this information. Right now we have understood what? We've understood the meaning of this. I will say, right, let me explain something further about this. What have I done? Okay, I want to explain something, guys. This price, it simply means that if, okay, I just bought my house today, né? So the moment I start opening my tab, remember the meter reading will be 0000. It will be clean. If that house is still brand new, no one have stayed in it before, right? My meter reading is still 000. What will happen? The moment I use 9 kiloliters only for today, that means my cost is going to be 9 rand 50 cent per liter. It doesn't mean that I'm going to pay the total of 9 rand 50 cent. It means for those 9 liters that I have used, I am only going to pay, it's going to be 9 multiplied by 9.50, which is equals to 85 rand 50 cent, right? So here is something. Do you see that I have used the 9 kiloliters, and this, what they say, I said this is a maximum kiloliters per block, right? It means I have consumed a maximum of block number 1. So the moment now I start using more than 9 liters, They are now I have used this. Okay, they are going to calculate 9 already. So what I start to use now, it will no longer affect this block. It will now go to block number 2. Now I will be charged according to block number 2. Are we clear? But even here, there are rules. Block number 2 as well. They are going to say, if you use 16 only, then we are going to charge you 11 rand. But if I continue to use more than 16, I have consumed everything in block number 2. So they are no longer going to charge me in block number 2. They will now go to block number 3. Are we clear, guys? But I must consume 9 and 16 in order for them to charge me according to block number 3. So in block number 3, they say the maximum is 5. That means after using 9 and after using 6, they are now going to look at block number 3. So block number 3 says they are going to charge me 14 rand 95 cent per kiloliter that I'm going to consume. And how many maximum kiloliters must I use in block number 3? I must only use 5 kiloliters. So if I use more than 5, that means I will consume everything in block number 3, and the remaining now, then here we cannot force. If I use 6, let me show you. If I use 6, after using 9 and then after using 16, I use 6, this block can only take 5. Then the remaining 1 kiloliter, it will be taken to the next block. Are we clear? So our next block here is block number 4. So the maximum of this block is 15. Are we clear? So it's 15. So that means I must, in order for them to charge me this, I must use 9, I must use 16, I must use 5 in order for them to charge me according to this block. And this block, they are not going to take everything that is remaining. They are only going to take only 15. They are going to take only 15 kiloliters of what I have used. Are we clear? Right. And that's how it are. So the other one, that is what I explained, that if you use more than 45, you are now going to be, the remaining are going to be charged at this. If you use exactly 45 kiloliters, it means you 9 out of 45 is going to be charged at 9 rand 50 cents per kiloliter, 16, and then 5, and then 15. Right, let's go to a real question. I did something here. Okay, it's fine. Can I delete this? Let me check if I can delete this. Okay, it's fine. Let me just leave it. Let me answer the question. Megan's monthly water consumption is 12 kiloliter. Calculate her monthly water cost excluding VAT. Right, if you look, these prices already they exclude VAT. So that means there is no way that you're going to calculate this amount and after that try to remove the VAT. Are we clear? So the VAT amount already is not included here. So don't remove the VAT. So this is how you're going to do. You will simply say, we check the person used 12. I'm going to write it here. He used 12, right? We start with block number 1. We start with block number 1. Are we clear? So if we check, that person have used more than 9 kiloliters. Are we clear? So that means this person have consumed everything according to block number 1. Are we clear? So we're gonna say 9 multiplied by, what is the cost price? It was 9 rand 50 cent, which gave us, I think we did an example, it was 85 rand 50 cent. Are we clear? So now we check how many kiloliters are we left with to reach 12. Okay, so it's gonna be 12 minus 9, which is equals to 3. So we are left with 3 kiloliters. So where will we get these 3 kiloliters? Are we clear? So if you check, we have calculated everything for 9 kiloliters. So we have consumed everything in block number 1. So where must we go? We must go to block number 2. Okay. So block number 2, it says the maximum kiloliter that can be consumed is 16. Are we clear? So how much is our remaining kiloliters before we can reach 12? Is 3. I will say, so that means out of 16 we are only going to consume 3 kiloliters. We're going to consume 3 kiloliters. We are not consuming 16. This is according to the inclining table tariff block. It is not what we have used. Are we clear? But after we have utilized 9, we go to the second block. Did we utilize 16? No, we only utilized 3 in block number 2. Are we clear? So when you come here, we're going to multiply this by 11,22. Right? 3 multiplied by 11,22 is equals to 33,66. Okay, so how much will this person pay for 12 kiloliters? So this person will pay 85,50 plus 33,66. My calculator. Okay. 85,50 plus 33,66 is equals to 119,16. So this is how much this person is gonna pay per month for consuming 12 kiloliters of water per month for that month. Are we clear, guys? So there is no need to include VAT. Already this price per unit, they are excluding VAT. Immediately you use them, that means even this total, it is excluding the VAT, right? Okay, let's go to the next one. Actually I want to do 3, so let's go. So the next one, it says calculate okay, Gilbert's monthly water consumption is 32 kiloliters, right? This okay, let's go back to number 1. Do you see, guys, that person have used 12. Is 12 more than 45? No, that means only that 12 kiloliters, they allow us to work within block 1 and block until block 4, but we can see that we couldn't even reach block number 4 because those kiloliters, they are way less than 45. Are we clear? So let's go to this one. Okay, let me add a page here. Okay, so this one have used 32. I will start this way. I'll just write 32 here, right? So this is what you're going to do. You're also going to write 32 here, 32 here, right? So now we check. We go back to our table, to our table, right? Did this person consume 9 kiloliters first? Yes, he did. So that means this person have utilized all of block number 1. Are we clear? 9,50 is equals to, we did this one, is 85,50, right? Now we minus here, we come here and then we minus 9. We are left with how much? 32 minus 9. That means we are left with 23. We have distributed 9 out of 32, right? So we are left with 23 units to distribute, right, between those blocks, right? So we have consumed block number 1, all of it. Right now we go to block number 2, right? So block number 2, it allows us to distribute 16 kiloliters for block number 2. So now we go to check. We are left with 23 kiloliters. Is 16 kiloliters fitting here? The answer is yes. 16 can fit here. That means we have utilized everything in this block. So 16 multiplied by, how much was that price? 16. It was 11,22. 11 rand 22 cent. 11 rand 22 cent, which is equals to 16 multiplied by 11,22. 179,52. Right, so we check 23 minus 16, we are left with 7 kiloliters. we are left with 7 kiloliters. Then we go to the next block, which is block number 3. So block number 3 allow us to only consume a maximum of 5 kiloliters. And if you check, we are left with distribution of 7 kiloliters. Can 5 fit into 7? The answer is yes. That means we have utilized everything there. We have utilized everything in block number 3. How much was the price? Is 14, was it 14? Yeah. 14.95. 14.95. Right. 5 multiplied by 14.95, which is 74 rand 75 cent. Right. So we are left with how many? Then we come to subtract 5. We are left with 2 kiloliters. Right. So now we check. Look at our blocks. We have utilized block 1, block 2, and block 3. So where do we go? We go to block number 4. Block 4 allow us to have a maximum of 15 kiloliters to distribute in block 4, right? So according to our kiloliters, we are not left with 15. So that means in this block, we are not going to allocate 15. We are not going to distribute 15 kiloliters, but we are only going to distribute 2 kiloliters. We're going to distribute 2 kiloliters at a price of, is it 23? Yeah, 23 rand 5 cent. Right. 2 multiplied by 23.05, which is equals to 46.1, 46 rand 10 cent. Right. That's how it is. So if you count here, if we add all of this, we must definitely get 32 kiloliters, right? 9 plus 16 plus 5 plus 2, 32. Right away. Are you clear? So I'm just gonna do this. Then we add the prices now. 85.50 plus 179.52 plus 74.75 plus 46.10, which is equals to, this is equals to what am I writing now? Okay, is 386.87. Is this our answer? No. The question said including VAT, including VAT. Are these prices including VAT? No, they are excluding VAT. So let's include VAT. Are we clear? Right. Let me quickly take you through some small thing here. Right. In VAT, guys, we are having 3 concepts. I'm calling them 3 concepts. Right. We have VAT exclusive, we have VAT, we have VAT, we have VAT inclusive, right? Now here we're going to talk in terms of percentages. Are we clear? VAT exclusive is always 100%. That means the VAT is not yet included, right? So how much is our VAT? Our VAT is 15% currently, right? So our VAT inclusive now is going to be VAT exclusive plus VAT, which is equals to 115%. Simple as that. Are we clear? So this total here, this total, it means this total, it is a 100%, which is a VAT exclusive. So we want to include the VAT in this amount. Are we clear? So let me show you the rules, guys. Whatever that you are looking for here, you put it on top. When you multiply, right, you put the one that you are looking for. Like in this case, we are looking for the VAT inclusive amount, which is 115%, percent. But here, when we multiply, now we no longer put these percentages, we just put the numbers, right? We are looking for 115 from what? What is this amount? Our amount here is how much? 386,87, right? What is this amount? This amount in this concept, which one does it represent? It represent, let me do this quickly. This amount represent the VAT exclusive. Are we clear? So when we come to divide here, we must divide by 100. Look at what I'm going to explain. We are looking for the VAT inclusive from the VAT exclusive. VAT inclusive from VAT exclusive. This 100, it must be the same as this amount. This amount must also represent the VAT exclusive if we are putting 100 on the bottom here. Are we clear? So our final answer here, let me come back, we're gonna say this one multiplied by 115 over 100, which is equals to 386,87 multiplied by 115 over 100, which is equals to 'Let me calculate again. Let me add 85,5 plus 179,52 plus 74,75 plus 46,10. Okay, it's 385,87. Then we're gonna say 385,7. 85 multiplied by 115 over 100 is equals to 443,7 all right, 7505. Right, because this is money, we can let's round it to the nearest tens, right? To the nearest 10 cents, right? So it's going to be 443,80 cents. Simple like this. Then we have solved our tariff system, right? So for any question, guys, go straight into my comments, and then if any clarity seeking, just go to my comments and write whatever that you want to clarity on, and then I will respond to you with more clarity, guys. Thank you.